welcome to the Rainy City Roller Derby track. I am Captain Malice. Alongside me today is Sinister. Good afternoon, Sinister.
Good afternoon. And we also have Hammurabi here.
Hello,
our silent partner.
The queen of stats, we should refer to her as. Because all the numbers are all important. As our NSOs like to say, without stats, nothing matters. Before we start, let's quickly root through the rosters. The higher seed here is Sweden. In this game of Sweden versus Russia. Quickly going through the rosters here, it is number 03, Abolius. Number 1, Halloumi. Number 100, Curly Ha. Number 11, Fraulein F. Reckless. 1337, Chiquette. 18, Hammerberg. 180, Kronholm. 27, Bricken. 3, Prince Sophia. 46, Bergler. 53, Stalker. 7, Lundby. 76 is the captain, Goldie Blocks. 87, Slinky. And number 9 is Ericsson. With the Russian roster here, it is Sinister.
We have on the Russian side 03 Hope, 0710 Firecracker, 1917 Soviet Crusher, 2206 Hulk, 27 Kami, 38 Rude Barbie, 41 Legacy, 413 Roxy, number 5 Yekaterina Lipinski, 55 Creme de la Kremlin, 69 Fight Sparrow, 75 Astrid, 8 Destroy 'em All, and 88 Lada Bowman.
Okay, Sweden lining up here in the blue. It is Russia in white. That's number 38 there, I believe, for Russia, which is Rude Barbie. First jam underway here. Lundby straight through her own wall onto the backs of the Russians, squeezing her to the inside.
Very quickly became a split pack with Lundby out front, and lead jammer is going to go to Team Sweden.
There was a penalty there to one of the Swedish blocks. I think it was Halloumi picked it. It is Halloumi. You can just see around the corner there. So blocker advantage for Russia.
However, Sweden is on their scoring pass. Russia still on the initial.
And the Russian jammer being dragged back there by a number 53 Stalker.
That's correct, and Rude Barbie's taking another swing at it, but going right into that mobile tripod.
A strong cue ball from Russia at the corner just gets broken apart there, allowing Lundby to score a grand slam.
Yes, that will be our first scoring pass, and good way to start, a full 5 points there. And just as easily turned into 10.
Yeah, Russia not in a strong formation there, as we do have a star pass gone through from Rude Barbie to number 5, I believe, Yekaterina Lipinski.
She is one of the Minnesota Roller Girls.
Try to find a way around the hips and shoulders of Halloumi at corner 4. Lundby making their way through for another scoring pass there. Second penalty for Halloumi there, picking up at forearms.
It'll be interesting to see, especially in the full hour-long bouts, how penalties come into play.
And one of the games yesterday I had for Sweden. Halloumi did pick up a couple of penalties. Another 4 points picked up on that last pass for Sweden, and 19 to zip so far. First jam down.
That's right, Russia is going to start this off with 2 blockers in the penalty box. And they send to the line number 88, Lada Bowman, going up against number 3, Prince Sophia.
Yeah, it is I think it's a 2-on-2 blocker situation. Yeah, it is. Halloumi is hidden behind one of the other Swedish blockers who is standing. Prince Sophia takes the inside line for a quick lead jammer.
And Prince Sophia getting the lead jam there.
Lada Bowman being popped off of the inside and recycled back there.
That is the first scoring pass there for Prince Sophia.
Lada Bowman again being knocked to the inside, but sneaks through, completing their initial pass.
We'll see what Prince Sophia does with this. They are finishing up scoring pass and calling it off. No points to Russia on that one either.
Yeah, Prince Sofia fighting for that last point before calling off. A little bit of high risk, high reward there.
That was very high risk. Yeah, I was expecting to call off sooner, but
Yeah.
paid off 100% there.
Looks like it is Curly Hard, number 100 for Sweden, up against his 55 Creme de la Kremlin.
Love that name.
It's between Creme de la Kremlin and Soviet Crusher for myself, but there we go. Curly Hart up at the front with a four-wall. There's a little bit of offense from Halloumi, but not enough. The four-wall has recovered Curly Hart and popped her up, but again, not enough. Curly Hart recovers, takes the lead jammer around the outside. Third penalty at least for Halloumi as we have a star pass for Russia.
Fairly quick star pass there.
Been seeing that more and more today when things have been going bad for teams. A very, very quick star pass.
All right, so it is now Hulk sporting the star for Team Russia. And full 5 points for Curly Hart on that pass. And another virtually untouched on that pass. Pack is stopped at turn 2.
Curly had skating laps here around the Rainy City Roller Derby track. Big 20 points so far here with 50 seconds still on the jam clock.
And I looked over that jam clock. Well, there's still 50 seconds left. It's going to be a big jam for Team Sweden.
Yeah, Hulk here struggling at the back. That strong Swedish blocking tripod or the brace three, depending how you want to call it, holding her up there at the back.
Team Russia putting quite a bit of their effort right now into defense, is trying to stop this rally. And a couple hits in there, but barely slowed down Curly Hair.
Yeah, been a standout jammer for Sweden this weekend so far, and for her home league. Been very, very impressive. Ooh, lovely twist as they change the direction on the inside line to get through. Calls the jam with 9 seconds left on the clock. That's smart. I've seen a lot of guys, teams will run that down. A 35-point jam there. But Sweden here, I think, are thinking, get back on track as quick as possible. Because 9 seconds is maybe just enough time to re-engage, maybe not get the full 12 points. As we hear, we're lining up. We are talking about Sisu mouth guards. Sisu mouth guards, the official mouth guard of the 2018 Roller Derby World Cup.
And it looks like we've got an official timeout. Official timeout will give us a chance to talk about some of our other amazing sponsors here at the 2018 Roller Derby World Cup. By the way, if you're watching at home and want to feel like part of the action, go ahead, take a picture of your TV and hashtag it with hashtag RDWC 2018. Send that up on Instagram or Facebook, and we can all enjoy you guys watching it too.
I am especially fond of watching cats watching roller derby.
Who doesn't love cats watching roller derby? So restarting with 63-0 on the scoreboard in favor of Team Sweden.
Slinky with the star for Sweden. I believe it was 38 Rude Barbie.
That is Rude Barbie. So Slinky is going to find the pack right where she left it there. Ooh. At the pivot line.
Lovely little hop down the straightaway there.
Was very nice. And it looks like we have a star pass.
I think the star pass there is that's number 5, Lipinski.
Lipinski, yep. Right there at the end.
9 points picked up by Slinky.
And that one brought to you by S1 Helmets, the official helmet of 2018 Roller Derby World Cup. Durable, functional, stable.
Lundby number 7 with the star for Sweden up against 88 Lada Bowman. Lada Bowman popped off at the back, stuck behind brace 3 with a safety as Sweden pick up lead jammer at corner 2.
And Russia losing a blocker to the box. Making it a little bit easier for Lada Bowman. It's going to be 5 in the sky for Sweden on that pass.
At corner 2, the Russian jammer is being pushed back as the star pass is completed at corner 2.
Only blocker to get a piece of Lobby on that pass was Legacy.
And it was just a small piece as Lumby was straight around and back again on another scoring pass. I think Russia have changed up this jam here from previously being ultra defensive. They're going now trying to stop the bleed with a lot of aggressive offense.
I think just from a morale standpoint, putting a couple points on the board is going to make them feel a little bit better. This is that psychological factor.
Seeing that donut pop on the board can be problematic.
Check out Cheese Balls Precision Skate Bearings, the original hand-prepared skate bearing, available at the Quad Skate Shop booth if you're local or online.
Prince Sofia with the start for Sweden, lined up against 55 Creme de la Kremlin.
Yep, still love the name.
That's not going to get old anytime
Not getting old.
Nope. At the front though, Prince Sofia takes lead at corner 1 as Creme de la Kremlin has been brought right back to corner 4. The helmet has been taken off, sorry, the helmet cover has been taken off. Helmet being taken off will be a penalty.
There is, however, quite a bit of track in between Creme de la Kremlin and their pivot.
Yeah, when you're trying to do the fake star pass to distract the opposition blockers, it helps if your jammer's nearby. Not at the front.
It sells it more.
You know, I'm going to pass it. They're right here. Ooh.
Creme de la Kremlin still fighting against that 2-wall. Now there is the pass there.
But you saw that Sweden were very close to the pivot, making sure they were split 2 and 2, one on the jammer, one on the pivot ready. And so that has proven very effective.
So we now have Roxy holding the star for Team Russia. Still just trying to batter through that Swedish wall.
10 minutes into the first half here. Russia yet to score. They did unfortunately have the game against Canada where they were unable to score. And we don't want to see a repeat of that. It's always, not always fun to see a team fail to score in the whole game. We always like to cheer for underdogs. A bit more. Ooh, Russia managed to lock down here on Prince Sofia on the straightaway. First bit of good success the Russian blockers have had in a little while.
Prince Sofia shaking off one last hit there, getting through the pack for another scoring pass. Sweden already well over the century mark, just about 10 minutes in to this bout.
I'm just saying that just as much as getting points on the board is good for confidence for the jammers, blockers getting that ability to lock down jammers does great work for them as well. Prince Sofia there sneaking 3 points at the natural conclusion of the jam.
33-point jam there, second highest of the game thus far. That one brought to you by Strong Athletic. They believe every human has the right to celebrate their strength, play sports, be active, and find their power, speak their voice, and be seen. StrongAthletic.com.
Kalihar with the star here, sneaking down the inside line, but losing the balance at the backup. Number 38, it is Rude Barbie in the pack. Russia setting for brace 3 in preparation for Kalihar. Kalihar runs into the middle of the brace 3. A little bit of an opening up for the inside there for number 46, Bergloff, to make it easy for her jammer. Rude Barbie still stuck at the back of the pack, that brace 3 from Sweden, holding her down there at corner 1. Kalihar seeing there the block coming in from the 65 Fight Sparrow, rode the hit well and just turned around, carried on skating like nothing had happened. Still fighting through at corner 1, Rude Barbie, still that twisting, rotating brace 3, really causing Rude Barbie problems. The star has come off the helmet, but the pivot is right at the front. Gonna try and sneak it through as the Swedes lock down Rude Barbie on the inside line.
And it does look like their pivot has it in hand.
Oh, but number 53, Stalker there, stuck to the pivot like glue, popped her off on the outside edge of the beginnings of corner 3.
That's right, but Katerina Lipinski is holding the star now. I've had a star pass on Team Russia. Seems to be a standard play now at this point, and I want to say the 4th or 5th time we've seen this already?
Yeah, there's 7 jams in, and Russia have been unable to get the jams out.
I'm being told by our producer it's the 6th time. We're only in the 7th jam.
Well, you got to take into account here, the Russians don't want to tire out their most experienced jammers by having them batter against solid Swedish walls over and over again for 2 minutes.
Sweden, however, not giving them much of a choice.
No, this is true. This is very true. This is all down to some fantastic blocking from the Swedes.
Sweden, of course, wanting to be a little cautious. They know that pushing this hard into Russia, especially with winter setting in, can always be disastrous.
It is a lesson quite quickly learned.
So dusting off the textbooks there, Great Northern War.
Yeah. Number 87, Slinky, bouncing around with a broken Russian wall, gets lead jammer. As it is again, Alana Bowman at the back. Blocker penalty picked up for Bricken. I think it was a direction of gameplay, I believe that's what it indicated.
So one less Swedish defender on the track. We'll see how that bodes for them.
It is the brace 3 of Sweden, though, that is proving most effective.
And there is that star pass once again, Lana Bowman passing that off.
Pivot, though, trying to find some space. Oh!
That is Kami holding the star now.
It is coming, but that was some defensive jamming. Slinky seeing the pivot nearly taking the inside line, called it a wobbly hit chip, accepting the fact that they would not get through on that pass just as easily to help their team.
Yeah, and on the last pass also Slinky going airborne there. Pick up the points there, jump to the apex. Another hop again there at turn 1.
Rides 2 hits around corner 2, gets out for another scoring pass. So we're a quarter of the way through the game, and Sweden currently holding a 184-0 lead.
But we've seen leads like this before, and we've seen teams come back.
The biggest comeback I've seen was from a 100-point differential in about 10 minutes between Toulouse Quad Guards and Southern Discomfort.
I've seen 174 in 8 jams in one half. 8 consecutive jams once.
Ooh.
Best rally I've ever seen, and loved every second of it.
Sounds amazing. Jam comes to its nearly natural conclusion. Started about 5 seconds before the clock, with Sweden on 194 to Russia 0. I believe there's a team timeout being called here by.
Looks like Team Russia, yes.
Probably a wise plan there. And during that team timeout, let's tell you all about Pivot Star. Pivot Star UK is here for you. Top quality derby wear with flawless design. Tops, tanks, shorts, leggings, and our world-famous hoodies, alongside stylish sublimated uniforms. Visit the Pivot Star UK store today. Alternative athletic awesome.
Always fans of Pivot Star. So we have finished off 8 jams, and there have been no jammer penalties on either side.
Which really goes to say the strength of the Swedish blocking here, because Russia are yet to score this. Like they'll have their jammer off track.
Absolutely. Both teams playing it clean.
Sweden were very clean as well in their game yesterday against the West Indies. It's a good tactic. Can't win games when you've got no players on track.
Much of Team Russia only met a couple weeks ago. Some of them days ago. There was a large contingency from St. Petersburg Roller Derby and other places in Europe. There are also some North Americans. So it's the first time they've gotten together, and just the fact that they come on the track together like this, I'm sure it's a huge
quick
deal.
star pass over the top.
And
reabsorbed by the Swedish 3-wall. And we're in the same situation we're normally in. Sweden with lead jammer for Lumbi, and Russia stuck behind a Swedish tripod.
Yeah, absolutely, and this is our first jammer penalties because we talked about it. So Hulk is wearing the star in the penalty box during that pass-off.
Quickly through there, again by Lumbi. Should it be? There we go, that's the 200 mark for Sweden. With 43 minutes left on the game clock, including the second half. That's a big, big score here by Sweden already. I think they saw what Germany did over on the roll line track and went, we can do better.
That was over 600 points.
610 or 615 to 99. I think it was 610, which is a 511 point differential. Hulk is back on track, trying to find a way through that brace Swedish 3. Offense coming from Russia. Hulk out, gets past, no, and knocked to the inside, and run back by Halloumi.
Hulk all the way back around. It's going to take another stab at it, going right into that 3-wall. Little breakup action by Creme de la Kremlin there, taking out one blocker. Still left 2, though. Good news is one blocker gone. Bad news is still 2 to deal with.
Indeed. And the Swedish blockers have been doing excellent work there at capturing jammers when they do break out and then reabsorbing behind the brace 3. That waterfalling has been very good.
And finally got out of the pack, Hulk, but unfortunately that was a call off of the jam.
Yep. A lot of love there. Cool Hulk coming from the crowd, getting out of the pack there.
Speaking of a lot of love, I love Reveille Contact Wear. Start the revolution, the first brand for women in contact sports. ReveilleContactWear.com, hashtag make an impact.
And remember, for all of you at home, it is hashtag RDWC2018. Send us your thoughts, your tweets, your pictures of cats, send us recipes for lovely snacks. As on track, Prince Sofia is on to the Russian wall, pushing at corners 1 into 2, around the apex. Lead jammer goes to Sweden. And we have 38. Yes, 38. That is Rude Barbie trying to make their way past a brace 3 of Sweden.
Sweden has found what works for them defensively, and they're sticking with it, and why not? And they're not picking up any blocker penalties, so they are at full strength virtually all the time.
Yeah, after the first couple of jams where Halloumi picked up 3 penalties in quick succession, Sweden really locked down that discipline, being very, very static in their defense. We have a star pass, though, and it is completed. Lipinski? It is Lipinski.
And there's the whistle ending the jam.
Russia still yet to score. 10 minutes and change on the half clock. 2:41 of Sweden.
I can say that just looking at the crowd now, Russia now officially does have the underdog cheering going for them. Anytime a jammer gets out of the pack or does anything great, they're definitely getting the house crowd with them.
Well, that is the way of roller derby, and especially in the UK. We're a big supporter of the underdog. It's always the way. Curly Ha with the star against 88 Ladaboman. Curly Ha lead jammer. Ladaboman trying to fight down the inside line. 1-2 combo. 46. That is Bergloff picks up a penalty there.
See, because we talked about it.
I know.
We talked about those blocker penalties.
We know. So we should talk about how Russia's not going to lead jammers then, see if we can help them out with the announcer's curse. Curly Ha, though, out the front, picks up another 5 points. Halloumi goes chest to chest with Ladaboman and is a brace 3 again in front. So as I said, they capture him at the front of the brace 3 reforms. Excellent, excellent reforming from the Swedes.
Curly hair through there.
Star has been passed to number 27, Komi, and she is fighting against the brace 3. Ooh, Curly Ha just stays inbounds and upright.
did slow her down enough that the Russian blockers were able to get ahead of her once again and fight her up, but it didn't seem to slow her down for very long.
But Kami is out of the pack as well, and Sweden's not going to let the Russians score.
Sweden has absolutely no intention whatsoever of letting them score. So Russia is working a 3-jammer rotation. Katerina Lipinski is being a jammer for them, an effective jammer, but almost exclusively being used as a pivot. But we are seeing quite a few star passes to her.
Potentially, maybe they're looking for something Korea did when they would use shortstop as a pivot. And then they would do a quick pass over the top to put some pressure on their opposition. But not happening here, though, as number 87, Slinky, is a smiling lead jammer. Already back on a scoring pass, but a quick star stash from Russia.
Yep, not a pass, though. Kremlin still sporting it out of the pack, and once again, jam being shut down before they had a chance to score. And that one brought to you by Rydell. Shout out to Rydell Skates, proud sponsor of the 2018 Roller Derby World Cup. Make your skates your own with custom colored, handcrafted Color Lab boots by Rydell Skates.
That is the lowest scoring jam for Sweden. Wow.
At 0.
4.
4. I always check too quickly.
Speedy Sinister, that's you. Speedy Sinister.
Well, in the afternoon.
7 minutes and change on the clock as Fräulein F. Reckless. Jamming, I think, for the first time here today.
Yeah.
Takes on Rude Barbie, and Fräulein F. Reckless picks up lead jammer.
And Fräulein Reckless powers right through.
Star pass has been completed to Lipinski. It is Lipinski. Yep. Trying to find some space, but guess what she's fighting against? It's a brace 3. This is definitely Sweden's jam, as in not the jam, but this is their thing. This is what they do. But it's a multiplayer block, so it's now a brace 2.
Yeah, multiplayer block. We've seen those really tight tripods, and that's the first time we've seen that turn into a multiplayer block in at least a few jams.
Yeah, jammers starting to learn to always attack the arms.
And again, the call off before Russia gets a chance to score. Sweden still playing it very defensively on the call offs.
If you don't win jam a score, your differential's pretty good. You know, makes sense, logic. I can get it.
It's working for them. There can't be any complaints of strategy whatsoever.
They are comfortably winning here, and unless something drastically changes with Russia, I do not see them really changing much. Lead jammer has been awarded to Lundby, but popped up to the outside, so recycled. Lada Bowman stuck behind the brace 3. No offense coming, or where it is. Legacy getting in there, trying to peel open a gap.
And there's that star pass from 88 to 38. Leaves us with a balance of 50. That's Rude Barbie sporting the star. And a track cut.
She looked up knowing it was going to happen. Smile on her face, heads to the bin.
And I apologize, that is Kami sporting the star.
I think it's only the second jammer penalty for Russia so far today.
Has been 2. They have now also lost a blocker to the box.
So this is a bad situation, turning to worse for Russia as Sweden continues to rack up points here with 1 minute and change left on the jam clock.
And just 5 minutes till halftime.
We are going to probably, if they continue to score at this rate, we'll see 300 points by halftime, I believe.
And this could be the highest differential, depending on how it goes.
Being bounced around a bit at the back of the pack.
I know a lot of people in the crowd, as I said earlier, are rooting for Team Russia just to put points on the board. And I know the loudest cheering that I've heard thus far at Roller Derby World Cup this year has been when Underdog has put those first points on the board.
Indeed. I like the, cheeky Kami there with the jammer on jammer. A little wave to her opponent. I want to say, though, it was a really good showing of the Swedes' experience and game awareness, because Kami came out still sporting the jammer cover, the pivot cover, the jammer cover in hand, therefore saying, maybe I'm not the jammer. I know, a little bit of sneaky, but the Swedes very wise to it, sort of completed pass and straight on her, not mistaking her for the pivot.
Literally and figuratively, nothing is getting past the Swedes right now.
Number 3, Prince Sofia trying to find some space down the inside, struggles with a good bit of defense from the Russia, pulls him to the outside though, opens a gap, Prince Sofia gets through lead jammer.
And there's the cover off.
And near the pivot is Creme de la Creme, but a track up for Creme de la Creme as Team Sweden hit 300 points.
So if there was going to be a pass, it is officially pass interrupted.
At corner 2.
Sweden now over the triple century mark. You're picking up the ambient noise that's coming from across track, where there's another large margin.
We do have a star pass here to Holt, who's now sprinting down the straightaway.
And the call off.
Yeah. I'm the underdog supporting part of me is just like, just blink and miss it. Just blink and miss it. Let them get the point.
The point differentials do count, though. Every team wants to hold on to every single point. There's no letting off the gas in Roller Derby World Cup.
For those of you who were watching the morning show yesterday, myself and Hammurati were involved. Hammurati gave you a brief rundown of how the ranking is going to work. We are looking to get a more in-depth explanation for those of you who are interested. We're going to talk to Sam Skibsby, hopefully, who devised and planned out the entire ranking system.
And Curly Hare and Rude Barbie taking the line against each other. Clean penalty box as of now. And this is the most locked up I think we've seen both jammers.
Ooh.
And the curse of the announcer strikes again.
But
both jammers are out. It's going to be a race to the pack.
Russia got the back line, though. Will Curly Hare play safe? Curly Hare plays safe.
And it gave me pause for half a second. But
Double
0
donut.
Points. 0
First
points
time.
to Team Sweden there.
First jam Sweden have not scored in 16 jams.
And with just a minute left at halftime, we could be seeing Russia coming to life here.
Well, you got to take into account, this is, as we said earlier, this is a team that doesn't know each other very well. This is, a Sweden team that's trained quite a lot. I think a significant portion are Stockholm and Crime City. There's 3 jams now with no star pass as well for Russia. So this is a team that's learning how they all work. So hopefully, as this game goes on, Russia will get more competitive.
That's right, Slinky and Lotta Bowman on the line. Lotta Bowman out front, lead jammer.
To Slinky.
To Slinky, I'm sorry.
Everyone at home is
absolutely
cheering.
right. I was thinking Lotta Bowman in the back, and then I started focusing on the lead jammer.
Star was stashed, dummied, but popped off to the outside there by number 46, Bergloff. Lotta Bowman being recycled all the way back to corner 3 and 4.
And Slinky as well, but Slinky got through there first, picking up a full scoring pass. It appears that the period clock has completed, so we'll be in a halftime after this.
Star has now been passed. Kami
It
trying
is
to find
in
some space.
Kami's hand now.
Yeah, trying to find some space down the outside, was shut down there. Recycled all the way back.
Slinky at 15 points and counting in this jam.
Kami doing a quick dodge round jam. Referee Seb there, so on the way back through. That Swedish brace 3 is textbook, though. as the sweeper there picking up a back blocking penalty.
So as Sweden has lost their pivot, they have one less defender.
And that has allowed Kami to make their way out of the pack.
I-
Look, oh, Slinky gets 3 points.
3 points on that last pass, and that was very close for Russia to pick it up. And once again, I was like, they're so close.
High risk, high reward is
And
the way.
And that is our half. Sweden currently standing at 346 points. Russia still looking to draw their first blood of the game. We'll see if that happens in half number 2.
Yep, for those of you watching at home, feel free to continue to tweet us at hashtag RDWC 2018. Let me know, what do you think the final score will be? I'm now interested to see what you think. I've been Captain Master. We'll see you back here in approximately
14 minutes or
13
so.
minutes, yeah. The Rainy City Roller Derby City track. I keep messing that up. Rainy City Roller Derby.
And we
track.
are at day 2 of Roller Derby World Cup 2018. If you're just joining us here on our track, we are coming out of halftime for Team Sweden versus Team Russia. Thus far, Team Sweden has taken all the points, 346 to be exact. Team Russia is currently planning their comeback.
If you have been watching one of our other wonderful games on one of our other wonderful tracks, this has basically been the story of Sweden's braced 3-wall, dominating Russian jammers, and Russian jammers fighting, star passing, and fighting some more.
Sweden has been extremely consistent in their gameplay. They have very deliberately made sure Russia can't score a point. They've shut down every jam, no matter how well their jammer is doing, if it looked like Russia was going to pick up a point.
Whenever they have even come remotely close, it has been shut down hard. So we're going to line up here with number 11 for Sweden, as Fraulein F. Records only played one jam as a jammer in the first half, but was successful, scored many points, got lead, all that other good stuff. And it's Ruud Barbie for Russia. Ruud Barbie been on a pretty tight 1-in-3 rotation for the Russian jammers. Ruud Barbie trying to find space on the inside as Fraulein F. Records takes the lead jammer. Ruud Barbie tries to slip to the inside, knocks down the Swedish blocker, but recycle the waterfall in front of Abai, that Swedish wall.
And a very spread out pack here as Fraulein Freckles re-engages.
2 Swedish blockers doing the bridging there, as all 4 Russian blockers are at the back there trying to slow down Fraulein Freckles.
And with Ruud Barbie recycling back around, packs coming back together. Those Swedish blockers can help out their jammer a bit. And they go right back for that 3-wall to hold back Ruud Barbie.
Yep. If you are watching at home, learning tactics, this brace 3 is textbook and effective and is well-oiled machine.
And that is a full 5 for Team Sweden on that pass.
Helmet cover is off and pass. It is a star pass to the Russian pivot stuck in that pack. I think it is Lipinski. Yekaterina Lipinski, the number 5 for Russia.
And that has been their play throughout this bout. We've talked about the Swedish defense, but we also have to talk about the Russian star pass.
Yep. It is the only option they really have here. Their offense has not been enough to disrupt the Swedish wall. They're trying to pass over, around it. If you can't go through it, it is the other option.
And it has allowed them to break free of the pack a handful of times, but as said earlier, every single time Sweden has shut it down before points can be put on the board.
The perfect storm here is for really Russia to get a cut track or a penalty issued to the Swedish jammers. But I do believe we're yet to have a penalty issued to a Swedish jammer.
That is correct. They've had a very relatively small number of blocker penalties, so they're not going to get any relief on the track there either.
This is true. I mean, as I said, it was a quick burst of 3 for number 1 Halloumi in the first half, and after that, relatively clean.
This is one of my favorites. Roller Derby Shirt Club. Get a different shirt from a different roller derby league from around the world every month. Join the Roller Derby Shirt Club at rollerderbyshirtclub.com. How many times can I say Roller Derby Shirt Club?
6. Any more and the universe explodes. But Lumby with the star up against number 88, Lana Bowman. Lana Bowman is stuck again at the back of the brace 2. The brace is trying to push her off at the inside edge. Although Lumby is being recycled all the way to the back. Lana Bowman at the front on that brace 3, now a brace 4, as we do have some offense coming in from Russia. Lumby run back again, popped up to the inside this time and run back by the pivot number 27 there, which is Kami.
Now, in the first half, Lundby has been the most productive scorer for Team Sweden, picking up 78 of their points.
Yeah. Good, solid bit of defense there from the Russians, but not able to capitalize on it at the front was the Russian jammer, Kami. We have had a star pass. See there, number 27, Bricken capturing Kami at the front, and quickly the Swedish blockers swarm forward, re-establishing their brace 3.
Lundby getting knocked to the inside by Legacy from Team Russia. And Lundby giving a very decent hit to Hulk before skating on, picking up points. Hulk actually picking up a penalty there.
Yeah, they struggled even with 4 on track.
And that's the jam. So we'll end that jam with 2 Russian blockers in the penalty box.
Right at the end there, Kami was signaling to her blockers to come back towards her as they went back on the apex. Maybe a change in tactics called on the fly by the jammer. We didn't see any fruition from it as the jam came to an end.
Quite possibly, but both these teams have been extremely consistent in their strategy. But we are in a new half. It's a whole new world.
It is. Change things on the fly. Can unseat teams. Maybe Russia thinking on their feet as Prince Sofia takes lead jammer for Sweden.
Creme de la Kremlin getting recycled back, is all the way back by turn 4 now as Prince Sofia re-engages on their scoring pass.
Prince Sofia just takes each hit, gently glides around and carries on, skating their lap.
Russia getting both their blockers back now, both packs at full strength. And Prince Sofia through once again. Creme de la Kremlin holding the star.
Not past it though.
Has not passed yet.
Yeah, Prince Sofia there making the Russian blockers whiff, running down the inside line there. There's Roxy there whiffing at the end. And Roxy now has the star.
Yeah, has it in hand. And free of the pack.
We're talking maybe a 1 in 3 times the star is passed. It's getting out successfully, I think, by my rough maths.
And Prince Sofia has eyes dead on that Russian jammer and calls it off before they get a chance to score. The pack awareness and track awareness overall by Team Sweden has been amazing. Even when we've seen the star passes, the blockers don't even seem phased. They go right for that pivot now turned jammer instantly. There's no time lost at all. It
shows the experience that the Team Sweden have. As I said earlier, I believe the majority of their team hails from either Crime City or Stockholm, with a little bit of Helsinki and Dock City involved as well. Now, Crime City and Stockholm have been around since, real formations of Derby in Europe. And they've got a lot of experience in this team this weekend.
You can certainly make a pack out of just individual leagues that are on that team, as opposed to Team Russia spread out all over literally the globe.
Yeah, healthy chunk of Russia is St. Petersburg.
St. Petersburg, the largest contributor to Team Russia.
But that's another double donut there. It's the second time that's happened.
We saw that once in the first half,
Yep.
and now
in the second. Sweden happy not to score if it means Russia don't score. Conversation amongst the referees in the middle there. The non-skating official, usually they're going to signal 5 seconds. Slinky getting a little bit of run-up alongside Commie. Commie, the receiver, a star pass. Mostly is taking star from the whistle this time.
yep, first time starting from the whistle.
Lada Bowman is the pivot.
And Slinky, been very slinky through that pack, getting through there.
Now, normally when you see a pivot lineup with a star and a jammer lineup with a pivot stripe, you're expecting that quick snap. But Sweden did not prepare for that, just stayed focused on their task, which is stopping jammers.
Kami still fighting against that wall. Endurance definitely coming into play here in the second half. All of that pushing. Possibly wearing down the Swedish defenders. I can't say that for sure. They're not showing signs of it yet.
I have seen tactically some teams where they basically try to engage as many blockers for as long as possible, because that doesn't normally happen. And blockers don't normally have to deal with back-to-back 2-minute jams. They're tiring out the jammers and taking advantage in the second half. I mean, if Russia are playing rope-a-dope, they're really going to need to start scoring soon with only 20 minutes left on the
Right.
clock.
Rope-a-dope only does get you to about the 8th or 9th round, and then you have to change tactics and start throwing punches.
Yep.
Not literally, of course, in the sport of roller derby.
No, no, no.
Scory punches.
Slinky still working their way through. Commie recycled again. Sprint forward though.
But you're absolutely right about those longer jams. There has not been hit it and quit it. We haven't seen let's pick up our points off of one pass and then call it and reset. The only time Sweden has shut down a jam is when a Russian jammer is out of the pack. That is the only time they have called it off.
Off the top of my head, I can think of 2 instances we had a jam that was less than 1 minute long. But again, these are just an experienced Swedish team. They're going to be, have the cardio here. Playing the long game early in a cup tournament is potentially good. But you want to play the long game, you play it in late when everyone's tired and carrying knocks.
So Fräulein Freckless now taking on Creme de la Kremlin.
Fräulein Freckless is out as your lead jammer. Creme de la Kremlin pops the helmet cover off. Can't find their pivot though. The pivot is at the back of the pack in the wrong position to be passed to.
It did look like there was a deliberate effort to get it to the pivot.
I think the pivot changed tack to go after the jammer.
And there it is. There is the handoff
To Hulk of Russia.
Hulk is still carrying it, and once again, those Swedish blockers just changed their focus.
Yep.
And actually, looks like Hulk finds herself in the penalty box.
As do 2 Swedish blockers.
Actually, a return to track was just issued, so Hulk is back out. So let's see what the Swedish jammer does now as Hulk approaches the pack. There's the call off.
No!
So very close.
Oh, I thought the hips were there.
It was so close. You could see the Swedish coach here on turn 3 frantically calling for that call off.
We got him!
Oh,
4 points go to Russia.
4 points for Team Russia. 11 and a half minutes into the second half, and Russia has put points on the board. They have 4 to Team Sweden's 19 on that jam. 465 to 4.
And now they're going to look to follow the Iceland's chart there and get up some more. Lowry with the star, number 7 at the front. It is Rude Barbie at the back with a brace 3 for her to fight through. Lumby picks up lead jammer at the front.
You wonder if Sweden is now meeting going, all right, now we got to get serious.
Okay. second gear.
Well, I said it during the first half. I'll say it again now. Roller Derby World Cup, nobody takes their foot off the gas.
Oh no.
It's 110% the entire time.
Yeah, this is the thing. There's a level of intensity here throughout each day. But as soon as that final whistle goes, it's smiles and friends. Smiles and friends.
Oh, even after that, yeah, after the 2-minute whistle,
yeah.
you see it. When it comes around, Rude Barbie still fighting it out.
Trying to find some space. Lipinski has the star now, and you can see completely focused by every Swedish blocker. Lipinski sees the gap down the outside, 2 to be at the front. Lipinski just locked down though at corner 4.
And due to bridging, it looks like it's going to stay at 2 defenders for the time being. Packs
right.
coming back together. Now we're back up to 3.
Direction of gameplay penalty issued.
That's against Astrid on Team Russia.
Return to bench penalty was issued to 91 there. Fouled out. I think that is Tommy with the foul out there. $25 points picked up for Team Sweden. 16 minutes on the clock, 490 to 4. That is a plus 486 point differential.
One of my favorites advocacy groups here is the Girls on Track Foundation. Did you know by the age 14, girls are dropping out of sports at twice the rate of boys? We think roller derby can help change that. You're sitting at home watching the feed now. Open a second window. Check out girlsontrackfoundation.org.
I have seen what I believe to be a full class of girls at school age, I'd say quite young, 13, 14, coming to experience this event here today. I think it's a great thing for the world.
I will say the local involvement has been quite tremendous here. The mayor of Manchester came out and gave the first whistle. Of Trafford, I am sorry, I misspoke.
Yep.
Mayor Trafford came out, spoke. We've had some volunteers from the city come and help with a lot of the tasks. And now we've got Kami out of the pack, and there's the call off.
Huge chunk of the volunteer crew.
Sweden not going to let that happen a second time.
4 and 9. 1 point till we get to the 500 mark.
1 point shy of half a millennium.
As I said, a lot of the volunteers here coming from the 4 leagues we have in Manchester. Rainy City Roller Derby, obviously Manchester Roller Derby, Arcadia Roller Derby, and the Knights of Oldham. So they're filling out our wonderful, helpful, yellow-shirted volunteers. Curly Ha 1-0-0 with the star for Sweden. Up against number 55, Creme de la Kremlin.
Name has not gotten old yet. Still enjoying it every time I hear it.
Creme de la Kremlin on their first scoring pass.
Curly Har, the first scoring pass. Absolutely. Well, wouldn't that be a thing?
I would be jumping for joy.
We'll say it much more enthusiastically if that were the case.
Curly Hard dancing through the inside. Little hop over. Another 5 points. Team Sweden into the 500 range now.
Now Creme de la Kremlin with star in hand and
trying to pass over the top as the pivot comes back to them.
Now pivot taking more abuse than the jammer. In that case, and now being recycled all the way back around. That is Hulk.
Oh, sneaky handoff at the back, but the Swedes perfectly ready for it.
They saw it before I did.
Yeah. Stalker at the front, ready to capture Hulk at that corner 2 intercept point.
And Hulk did not look happy about that. And that tremendous jump there.
There they are with the apex up. This is, like I said, it's the brace 3 at the back is stopping the jammer. The loose 1 is in a safety position, ready to capture any breakouts. I said textbook brace 3 positioning.
There it is. 35 points and counting for Curly Hire. Just seconds remain on the jam. Racing the clock as well, and that'll be better than 35.
That'll be 39.
39-point jam for Curly Hire.
How's that looking, Hammer? Is that the largest so far in this game? I've asked for maths
we
too
befuddled
early.
her.
Yeah. I've asked for maths. There was no preparation. Those of you in the US, maths is what you call math. Very slight difference. And whilst we're doing some quick calculations, let's have a quick shout out to Rollline. Rollline, the Italian skating experience since 1999.
In Derby years, that's forever.
That is pre-Derby, I believe.
And that was our highest scoring jam.
But it is number 87, Slinky, out. Rounds the hips, get popped off though on the outside by Lipinski. Lipinski now part of brace 2, 3. The Russians unable to reform a solid wall in front of Slinky, bouncing around, takes the inside for all the points. Rude Barbie hands off the start to Lipinski at the front, but recaptured straight away by Borlius, who it looks like her shirt's been nearly torn off at one side there. Must have been a shirt whip.
Both teams now, in that last pass, you saw a lot less concerted effort, and you saw a lot more just freestyling hitting.
Ooh! Slinky dancing down the outside with 3 quick toe stop steps.
And now with eyes on the Russian jammer, shutting it down, as is tradition. And it looks like we've got a timeout being called by Team Russia. And this one brought to you by a fun one. I saw their booth out there, and I thought it was a whole lot of fun, and that's Sea Shepherd UK. Google them, Sea Shepherd UK, and see how they are saving the world's ocean resources. Used to have a show on Discovery I used to watch all the time, going after the whalers. Well, you can be a part of it, you can help. Check them out online, Sea Shepherd UK.
So we have 10 minutes 44 on the clock here at the Rainy City Roller Derby track.
And if you're sitting at home watching us, I know you're enjoying the broadcast, but you got that little feeling of a little bit of bumness in you because you're not here with us live. We're just months away from RollerCon. You can see and meet players from all over the world at RollerCon.
If Manchester was too far for you and Vegas a little bit closer, then you know where you can go.
And for the spread of Derby participation, that's true of quite a few people.
Yeah.
Also, Las Vegas is one of those cities that no matter where on earth you are, there's a direct flight there.
It is a planned stop. In fact, no, that's a lie. It's a planned avoidance route for my honeymoon road trip through the U.S. Though I am going to Austin.
Well, they do call that the Las Vegas of Texas.
Do they?
No, not at all. No one has ever said that before.
Okay, we are back in positions. It is Kami with the star, number 27.
Kami not starting with the star too often. Going up against Fraulein Freckless. This is the 3rd time only for Kami. It's been the recipient of the star during the go-to star pass of Team Russia.
I believe Fraulein Freckless hasn't been the starting jammer that often either. I think it's probably the 3rd one for her as well. 4th.
4th time, so both of them not used, but we're later in the bout, so this is when you tend to see non-traditional jamming rotations start to emerge.
A lot of teams generally have an alternate jammer or a safety jammer they put out who is a safe, reliable jammer who can go out, won't pick up penalties, lets their main blocker for either rest or have information disseminated to them all at once. It's a useful tactic to have as part of one of your squad's plays.
That's right, and that's how you play the long game.
One of the most important roles, I feel, in close games allows you to play a safe jam whilst you can communicate to your main jammer rotation.
That's right, and as we've said before, Sweden is playing very safe. I don't know if they're not aware of the scoreboard because they are fighting for every point. They are not allowing any points to happen. They're playing it very conservatively.
There's a very important reason for that, Sinister.
And what is that?
The differential is what really matters in the ranking. And the differential score today depends where you will place in the knockout stages starting tomorrow.
That's right.
So everyone wants as bigger differentials they can get. The first set, yes, they were mostly for sorting out this stage of games, and this is now ranking for the knockout stages and where we're going to be seeding now.
That's right. So people who have noticed these large score differentials on various tracks today who are watching at home and wondering why are they letting it go like this? And that right there is why. This will improve your odds over the next couple of days.
Put you in a position to challenge for trophies.
And who doesn't like trophies?
People with a very odd phobia of trophies. 571 to Sweden with 8 minutes and a half on the clock. 19-point jam there. Russia still yet to score since that jam where they picked up those hard-earned 4 points. Roxy starting with a start for the first time today as well. Is number 7, Lundby. Lumby with lead jammer status. Roxy, though, bulls her way through on the inside. Lumby now on the outside edge, calls it before Roxy can score. Indeed, but Lumby only picking up 2 points as Team Sweden potentially stretch out one of the biggest differentials so far this weekend. I say this weekend, it's Friday. But to me, I stopped work on Tuesday, so since Wednesday has been my weekend. There
you go. So far, previous to this bout, the largest score differential was Germany versus Czech at 610 to 99, which is a 511-point difference. Right now, we're at 570 points.
So Russia with 7 minutes to try and chip that down.
I was going to say, and still 7 minutes to go either way.
Yeah. I don't think we're going to see much change in momentum here as Prince Sophia takes the star. Dancing around at the front. Ooh, block, but quickly back up. Lead jammer to Prince Sophia. 38, Rude Barbie at the back. Stuck behind. Guess what it is? It's a brace 3.
There it is. And it looks like Russia has lost a defender to an equipment malfunction. She's sitting off track fixing that.
Yeah, we saw that happen to one of the Czech skaters.
Astrid down there.
In the previous game over on the roll line track.
And there is the star pass and the call off.
So considering the differentials we've been seeing with this, I wouldn't be surprised we're not seeing Russia versus the Team Czech, both on the receiving ends of significant differentials so far.
That could very well happen.
Ooh, send in your dream matchups, to hashtag RDWC. I've got a few I'd love to see. Team Indigenous versus Team Mexico, I think will be a great game if we can get it.
Be a fun one.
Yeah.
2 crowd favorites this weekend, I've noticed.
RDWC 2018. Yeah. Yes. Hashtag. I understand how the internet works. Curly Hart with the star and the lead jammer. Rude Barbie stuck at the back.
Yeah, so if you want to talk about your dream
matchups. A little stumble there, and Rude Barbie slips through.
So Kami in pursuit.
Sorry, Kami. I said Rude Barbie, didn't I? I do apologize.
I was going to let it go. So 2 points to Team Sweden on that pass.
Smile on the faces, Kami cheering an arm pump to the crowd.
And so if you do want to send us those dream matchups, please do so at hashtag RDWC2018. We leave off the 2018. Tell us about like your 2014 dream matchups. That's fine. Maybe there was a bout that didn't happen that you wanted to see happen.
How about your 2020 dream matchups? We're always planning ahead here.
That absolutely not a lot we can do about it at this point, but well, Slinky just bursting out on that inside line. Decided to completely ignore the pack.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things I'm seeing here as a former bench coach is I would have changed up the dynamic with the Russian pack or straight away and gone all offense after the first 15 minutes. Just try and get their jammers out faster, because by being stuck in the pack, they're allowing the Swedish jammers to just rack up points skating laps. Again, this is the first time we've seen Team Russia in a competition at this level as well.
That's right, and Team Sweden has been at this level for quite some time.
I mean, this is the third World Cup. I wasn't at the first one or the second one, if I'm honest.
And you also see Team Sweden has very good representation in roller derby as a whole. Good pedigree there.
Yep, star pass to, is that 4-1-3 Roxy.
So 609 points for Team Sweden now.
I believe I've just overheard from one of our housemates, there's now the highest scoring bout for a single team so far today as well. Wonderful producer Hammurabi is now doing some.
We had a 610. I believe it's 1 point shy of the highest score, because the 610, the highest differential we were speaking of earlier, 610 to 99.
Yes. So we're going to have in this jam, unless lead jammer to Russia!
Lead jammer Team Russia, Rude Barbie.
Their first lead jammer goes to Rude Barbie.
57 minutes of playtime, and they have their first lead jammer, and the crowd loves it. We all love it.
And it was Hammerberg, not one of the main jam rotation, or out with the star.
And there's a call up there.
And there's 2 points!
2 points on the board.
For all of you at home, I am just deafened by cheering that lead jammer call for Russia.
We try to remain unemotional, but sometimes it's impossible. My heart skipped a beat.
And none of us expected, I don't think either. It looked up and Rude Barbie straight through the inside for that lead jammer. Kami with the star now.
There is a chant of Barbie coming from the crowd that was getting started there in between those jams. So Lundby and Kami on the line. We're just down to 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes left in this bout.
So Russia here getting points and a lead jammer. And Lundby there picking up those 5 points. And now we have the biggest score we've had so far.
There it is. Swedish pack has reconstituted. All blockers back on the track now. 5 more for Lundby.
Russia at the front with a cube now being broken apart by the pivot. Lundby dancing sideways, little shuffle step on the toes. Again, doing the same trick, but this time on the inside. Lundby again picking up more points. Kami at the back, trying to find an opening in that brace 3 from Sweden. Back block penalty, the first jammer penalty for Sweden.
First one. It only took 59 minutes of playtime.
We are now at the last minute of the period clock. Lead has gone. The jam clock has seconds on it. Russia do have a timeout, so we could get one last jam with a power start.
We could. We will be under 30 seconds at the end of this jam, but a timeout could give us another one.
It's in the last few, well, we've seen a little bit, maybe that fatigue starting to set in Team Sweden. Yeah, there's the time call.
That's the jam, and there is the timeout being called by Team Russia. So the clock will stop. We will have one more jam.
Definitely will have one more jam. 6 points to Russia, 6:30 to Team Sweden.
That is over 100-to-1 ratio.
That is an over 100-to-1 ratio.
I don't get to say that often.
Nope. So it is a strong line being fielded by the bench manager and lineup of Sweden. Papa in the middle chatting to the Swedish blockers.
I gotta say, look at just the intensity and the coaching that's happening right now on the track with Team Sweden with a 632-6 lead.
I've met Papa. I believe he plays for Gothenburg Salty Seamen. I've had him come over to this country a couple of times. I've tried to collect. He likes to win. He likes to win.
He should be happy today then.
But I think that there'll be an element of this is like they want to keep that 100-to-1. Like, and that's the thing you don't get to say. We've been seen by 100-to-1 point ratio.
I think it just speaks to the level of professionalism. They are not taking it easy. And an official review being called by Team Russia.
They're using it as an extension of the
They
timer.
are, yep.
Indicated there by Big Smack and Fries. It is an official review using the timer. I've done this myself as a bench manager when I was bench managing. You get that extra time where you get your freshest players, your best players as fresh as possible, get that 4 minute, let them focus. Having that good, you get that whole minute of time and the 30 seconds of setup time as well, so that's a good chunk of time there. And if you're really sneaky about it, you can get like nearly 2 minutes because you call that first time out with 1 second left, then you go straight in. Clock management is my jam, man. I love clock management.
I was advised by announcer, coach, player extraordinaire Val Capone that you should never leave a timeout or a review on the board because it's just free time. It's like leaving money on the table.
And the only time you do that when you tip good service. End of that official review. We have all players on track. Remember, make your mom proud. Wear Roller Derby Elite. Plan did not come together there for Russia. They've only got 2 blockers on track. Prince Sofia out, lead jammer for Sweden. Rude Barbie with the star stuck behind a braced 3.
It was Rude Barbie with the lead both times for Team Russia.
Yeah.
And one time. And that is going to be our bout, folks. Unofficial on the board, 6:35-6. We will wait for it to become official. That does appear at this time as we're speaking. That is going to be the highest scoring bout for Team Sweden, as well as the largest differential, which again, we said, most important thing here at Roller Derby World Cup 2018.
Well, we discussed with Germany wanting to be one of the biggest scoring teams this weekend. They've been usurped by Team Sweden. If anyone watching at home wants to start a trending hashtag for Team Sweden and their brace 3s, I would love to see it because that brace 3 was everything for them.
And we are final. It is in the record books. Sweden 635 to Russia 6.
To steal a line from Shut the Fred Up, one of our co-announcers here, blockers make points, jammers reap them. And
certainly the case here.
Oh, that brace 3 was everything for Sweden. Those jammers were just taking about full advantage every time. So coming up on the Rainy City Roller Derby track after us, it is Team Netherlands versus Brazil. The Netherlands had a good win early against Team Indigenous, and the Brazilian team had victory over Team Iran. So a couple of teams coming off a couple of wins here. Could be an interesting one to see. Stay tuned here at the Rainy City Roller Derby track. I have been Captain Malice alongside
Sinister Minister here with Hammer Abbey.
Thank you for watching. Please enjoy the rest of your weekend.